Hey everyone, it's been a while. Got everything renovated into a new area. I have a new camera. Probably going to be good for the next while. Did a few testing, but it's good for a while. But I got everything set up. I actually have a lot of free time coming up, so it might be a lot easier to get the Super Mario Marathon coming up compared to what I have been doing for the past few months. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the Super Mario 64 video, and we'll get the rest set up from there. So, enjoy. Super Mario 64. I know many people enjoy this game and claim it to be one of the best in the series. Nostalgia may play a big role in that, but I still hear of its legacy so many years after its release. However, despite the accolades, I never knew this game existed until 2011, around the time when I started YouTube and met a few friends and all that. In fact, I knew of the DS port way before I discovered the original back in 2006, and I wondered, what is with the 64? Is it the 64th game in the series? I played the game for the first time in 2014 as a blind Let's Play, and I thought it was okay, but I'd like to think my tastes have changed since then, so let's dive in now. The story is simple. Bowser kidnapped Peach, stole the power of the castle, disabling any kind of communication or access to AOL, this is 90s after all, and Mario must save Peach as well as collect all the power stars that have scattered across the worlds. Not a very complicated story, but then again, it's Super Mario, I kind of expected that. And with all that said, Mario is very acrobatic. With just 3 buttons, Mario can do a multitude of maneuvers. He can do a backward somersault, side jump, long jump, this hilarious sidekick, ground pound, dive, punch, and kick. He can also hang on ledges as well as grab certain objects like Bob-ombs and this rabbit that has no relation to Alice in Wonderland. He can also duck and crawl, which I only used once. And with that, Mario just goes through 15 worlds scattered in the castle, which are accessed from paintings, walls, floating water, and inside a cage inside a ghost belly. Not the weirdest thing I've seen. Many are fun to explore in, like Bob-omb Battlefield, Snowman's Land, and Dire Docks. And then there are some levels. There are 7 stars in each stage, 6 normal stars to find in the world, and another star that appears when you collect 100 coins. But there are other stars in the castle itself, hidden in various parts of the castle. I think in order to really talk about Super Mario 64, I should talk about the various worlds. It's not like spoilers for a 20-year-old game means much anyway. Let's start with Bob-omb Battlefield. It's a good starting level, despite it being a frickin' war zone, and it really shows the game's non-linearity. You have 7 stars to get, but despite it wanting you to fight King Bob-omb first, you can go for the red coins, get the star on the lone island, or free the chain chomp. But really, who doesn't make the chain chomp their first star of the game? This level also has Koopa the Quick, which you only race twice, and you have to select his star in order for him to appear anyway. But they're actually pretty fun, and Koopa the Quick is a cool guy. If only you were used more. See, and honestly, man. The music is also really good, but the more I listen to it, the more I feel it could have been better. It's early Nintendo 64 music though, so I won't go nuts over it. It also introduces the power-ups of the game, though in this stage it's only the Weem Cap, which is... You can glide and such, and fly if you really know how to use it, but no cape feather. Later on you get the Wing Cap as well as the Invisible Cap, which are so situational I have to wonder what the point was. Really, all the Metal Cap does is make you heavy, and the Invisible Cap is just go through walls. And that's really it. It's very basic if you really think about it. It's like the first game where all you had was a star, a mushroom, and a fire flower. But even then, those were really fun to go through in the first game, while in Super Mario 64 these are, once again, situational. You only use them for some stars and that's it. But moving on, Juan's Fortress is a very interesting level as well. A land of walking flat concrete that is implied that they make non-walking flat concrete for roads and buildings. That's really screwed up if you really think about it. The non-linearity is more limited here, but the ways of getting the stars are actually kind of crazy. You can use this cannon, something that unlocks when you talk to this pink Bob-omb. Here you have to wait until the 5th star to even access it. But you can just do a well-timed wall kick and star gotten. Snowman's Land and Cool Mountain are standard snow levels that let you live another day if you hit the snow-filled floor. Why can't the entire game be like this? Cool Mountain also has a slide, and holy shit, I hate the slide missions. This level has 2 of them, but there are also 3 other slide missions in the game, and they are frustrating to no end. And in the case of this level, you will die. Just make sure you keep one eye open, jackass, because I will come to skin you alive and use your body as a tool for my infantry needs. Speaking of which, who else couldn't help but drop this little shit off to the face of the map? Also, in Snowman's Land, I blasted to this star instead of shuffling with this penguin, because screw this snowman that can blow you away along with your hat. Jolly Roger Bay and Dire Dogs, and to an extent, Wet Dry World. And they really are the best water levels that I've ever played. It helps that the swimming feels very fluid, pun not intended, and swimming atop the surface fills up your power meter. There are a few challenges that can go piss off, like the manta ray or the eel with the star attached to its tail. Oh, fuck you. But no matter what crap gets thrown at me, the music certainly makes all of it worth it. I love Dire Dogs' music, the best water theme, only second to Aquatic Ambience in Donkey Kong Country. With that said, the music overall isn't all that bad. I talked about Bob-omb Battlefield, but there's a few good stuff here and there as well. I really love Peach's Castle's music, and it's great that this theme gets remixed in later games. And I also love the ending theme as well as Koopa Road, the themes of the levels that lead you to the Bowser fights. But the rest of them aren't really all that great. I couldn't really tell you about Big Boo's Haunt, which is just atmospheric haunted house music. Hazy Maze Cave is just a remixed underground theme from the original game. And I know a lot of people really like the slide music, but with me I just associate it with insanity. And the music that plays during the power-ups? They're fine. Can't really hum the wing cap, the invisible cap I don't even remember, and the metal cap is just a remix invincibility thing, nothing special there. And the later levels are where the difficulty get a little crazy. All of them have their own special thing, like Little Lava Land having a lot of lava with a volcano as a second area, Shifting Sand Land having sand that slows you down, Instant Kills Quicksand, and a pyramid as a second area, Tall Mountain with monthy moles, monkeys that can steal your hat so you can die quicker, and Tiny Huge Island having abnormal sized enemies and obstacles with a lot of death. And by that I don't mean just me. I had to steal this Koopa's shell just so this asshole didn't eat me again. And when I went to visit him, he was just gone. Rest in peace, old friend. I will remember you. And the Squiggler that had a huge misunderstanding after we flooded his home. And with that I just realized Mario is an asshole. Oh. TikTok Clock has a cool time-altering gimmick that has a giant pit at the bottom that has a lot of enemies and pendulums that can knock you off. And Rainbow Ride is the worst level ever. Disappearing carpets, flamethrowers, lakitus, these blue coins, and limited platforms. Jeez, I know a final level should be harder than the rest, but this is all sorts of bullshit. And all these levels are great to go through and all, but they have their problems. Remember the 100 coin challenge I talked about earlier? Well, not all of them are bad, but a good 2/3 of them are a pain in the ass. Sounds simple, right? Get 100 coins and boom, done. Well, it is easy for some levels, but some levels don't have a lot of coins to begin with, like Dire Docks. Some levels can have some terrible coin placements like Tall Mountain and Hazy Maze Cave, and there are levels with the worst combination of level design and coin counts, like the last 2 levels. I have spent 2 hours plus on TikTok Clock trying to get the 100 coin challenge, which is impossible if the clock is stopped. So I had to have the entire clock moving, and this asshole made me die twice during this hunt. Whoever thought this was a good idea has a nice little spot in hell. And Rainbow Ride, oh, where do I start? Why not start with the fact that the blue coins are almost impossible to collect because of the worst placement. And since the stupid things are worth 5 coins a pop, I can't miss a single one, otherwise I'm going to have a fun as hell time just running around like a dipshit. And the coins are so scattered with a lot of scary jumps. These carpet rides that give me way too many heart attacks to keep tabs on. And did I mention that you will fall off at least once? Doesn't matter what happens, you can get knocked off by the dumbest things. Bump off a wall, Lakitu throwing spinies at you, carpet vanishes at the last possible moment, getting burned by a flamethrower, it will happen. Frick this stage, and frick the people who made it. And the red coins aren't all that fun either. Well, the normal stages are fine, but I mean the castle red coins. And they will test your patience, trying to grab that last damned coin you need to make that star appear, but fail over and over again just to see you fall to the pit of despair. But at least the music for Koopa Road is amazing, making me forget that these are a problem to begin with. And the Bowser fights are fun at the very least, even if he looks like a fat bastard that ate a wasp nest and developed hay fever. And his teleport and fast spin make things a little too obnoxious. Stop that! And the ending makes me think it's all worth it. And it's locked at the beginning. Oh shit, that's a great ending. I'm just gonna reset and see what my reward— oh, son of a bitch! I forgot to get the star for the 8 red coins in the last Bowser level. It's just Yoshi and a stupid shiny jump. Screw that. But, Super Mario 64? Still a pretty good game. Yeah, it's aged a bit, and there are still a few challenges that are kind of bad. But the bad parts of the game don't really ruin the game much. The annoying parts can easily be ignored, and you can have an amazing time with it. Completing the game isn't all that great, and really a shiny triple jump. And no, I don't think 100 lives is a good incentive to replay the same file. I also want to talk about the DS game, but there's really isn't much I can talk about it. But the next time we meet back will be with Super Mario Sunshine. I haven't played this game in over a decade, actually. Wonder how I feel about it now. But with all that said, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to play with you guys next time. Sunshine. It's a